Thanks for listening to another episode of PSL on the Mic, the City of Port St. Lucie's official podcast. We're here today to talk about one of the amazing partnerships that we have with our local community organizations. This time, it's the Boys and Girls Clubs of St. Lucie County. Specifically, their mobile club and how it all began and the impact that it's having on our kids here in Port St. Lucie. So hello, ladies.
Hello.
We are here with Alex Tasca from Neighborhood Services Department and Jalene Henley from the Boys and Girls Club of St. Lucie County. I want you guys to introduce, well, I did the introductions, but tell us a little bit about yourselves, how long you've been with the city and with the Boys and Girls Club before we get started.
Sure. Thank you so much for having us.
Of course.
As you mentioned, my name is Alex, and I am with the Neighborhood Services Department of the City of Port St. Lucie. I've been with the city about 6.5 years now. So it's been an exciting ride. I've loved every moment of it, and I've had the opportunity to work on various different grants and programs. And then we all experienced COVID together.
Yes. Unfortunately.
And that was very exciting and lots of different things happening there. But right away, being in the Neighborhood Services Department, I was introduced to all the nonprofit organizations and all the great work that they do. And so it was really exciting to set this partnership up.
Great.
Yay.
Jalene, what about you?
Yes. So I have been with the movement with Boys and Girls Club since 2017. So I think I'm going on 8 years, 9 years now. I love it. I am a senior club director / project manager over the Boys and Girls Club.
Awesome.
I'm actually over 4 sites for the new school year. So you will see me around if you haven't seen me already with the mobile club. I fell in love with this organization. I started out as a teen director, not really understanding what the Boys and Girls Clubs do in the community, but now that I'm a part of it, just being able to impact young people's lives, to see them go from elementary all the way up to high school and graduating, and to see our seniors come back and they come back and they even work for us has been such a delight and such a pleasure. And now this opportunity, we're going into our 4th season with the Mobile Club. It's been so amazing, just really exciting to be a part of this.
I'm excited to.
Yes, it's so exciting.
I'm excited to talk about it. I've wanted to have you guys on for a while now.
Thank you.
Share the mission of the Boys and Girls Club with us first.
Absolutely. So our mission is to inspire and enable all young people, especially those who need us most to reach their full potential in being productive, caring, and responsible citizens. We mentor them. We provide that safe space for them and able to expand what their interests are in life and in education. So, yeah, that's what we do.
I love it. It goes perfectly with what the city hopes to be doing, too. So talk about the partnership and how it's blossom. We were just discussing, I think it's been maybe almost 3 or 4 years
4 years
now.
yeah,
So talk about how it all happened.
Well, the Boys and Girls Club is very near and dear to my heart. It has a special place with me. I attended different Boys and Girls Clubs when I was growing up in South Florida. One of my first jobs out of college was with the Boys and Girls Club. And
oh, I didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah. And so I believe strongly in their mission. I also love volunteering with them. And we have hundreds of great social services and nonprofits in the community. But Boys and Girls Club is prominent in all communities because it's a national organization and it has a national mission. It's probably one of the largest nonprofits in the entire U.S., right?
Yes, in the state of Florida.
So getting their message out is always great. And it turns out that I met with some of them in day-to-day interactions, and I knew one of the people working in the organization in St. Lucie County from when I had worked in the one in Martin County next door.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes.
So we all kind of reconnected, and Will Armstead, the executive director, he is always so involved and loves to brainstorm.
He's the best. I love Will.
Very, very.
So energetic. And so in just a regular conversation, one day we started thinking about different things that we could potentially do to help expand programming. But during a really difficult time, it was during COVID.
Right, at the beginning of COVID.
That's right.
Middle end, something like that, yes.
So we, as the city, had received some extra federal funding to do more programming, but related to COVID. And what we had originally done with some of that funding was offer Wi-Fi services.
I remember that.
To
it was right when I started.
Students that had to homeschool or that had to, stay in place at home. And when kids started going back to school, what we heard was that some people, had missed out on half a year or 3/4 of a year and are not always located in an area or in a neighborhood close to a brick and mortar Boys and Girls Club that could help them catch up or do some extra free tutoring. So we said, how can we continue to bring the Boys and Girls Club to places where it doesn't exist? And then
This popped up.
This is it. Yeah.
between us.
Did you have the mobile club already, or it came about because of this?
It came about, our organization during COVID, because I remember we would do what was called a pop-up club.
Sure, yeah.
So, we started there. So once I was kind of behind the wall. So once I became on the scene and the CEO, Will Armstead, pulled me in, that's when, I learned about this. And it was like, okay, Jalene, this is what we want to do. This is the plan. This is the goal. Let's see if we can make it happen. And then I just rolled with it, and
Like literally
rolled with it, with it, and helped, handled all of the logistics with our team, and of course, Miss Alessandra here and Catherine Sala as well. They were a really big part of a lot of phone calls going back and forth between them and our CFO at the time.
Yeah.
So just going back and forth, trying to get everything together to get this ball rolling and get the word out of what we're doing in the community. So.
And you mentioned it was federal funding.
Right.
I want you to explain this CDBG program too.
So CDBG stands for Community Development Block Grant.
Yep.
And it is a federal program administered by the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Just last year, we marked its 50th anniversary.
I remember. Yeah.
So
it's awesome.
It's a federal program that has been around for a little over 50 years. And it's done so much in communities because it's very flexible funding that is awarded from the federal government to counties, cities, municipalities, communities all across the United States. I think it's probably the only source of funding from the federal government that goes to all U.S. congressional districts.
Oh, wow. And by flexible, you mean it can be used for anything. It doesn't have to be used for a certain program or something.
Sometimes we'll get a grant that can only be used for stormwater management or can only be used for housing projects.
Yep.
Community development, it's flexible in that there are guidelines and parameters and criteria that you have to make sure you comply with, but it's flexible in that it allows the municipality or the community receiving the money to decide what community development project they want to use that money on. So you can do many different things. The Community Development Act was actually passed in 1974 by President Gerald Ford. So just a little fun fact, I thought I'd throw that in. Many people do many different things, but it essentially, from that act, the main purpose was to help promote more revitalization, and to also help spur different economic opportunities. And you can do that in many different ways, from fixing infrastructure to providing job training to supporting local organizations do something beneficial for communities, to helping individuals, repair their home if they're not able to do so.
And then we decided to use the funding that we received to help with the mobile club. So talk about how that got off the ground. I know you had the pop-ups,
Right.
and now you are physically driving a vehicle.
I think that they had an idea always in the
Right.
back of their head of wanting to do something like this. They just didn't have any allocated funding for
Sure.
it,
It's a
funding
which is
issue.
where our conversation started coming into play. And we started investigating what kinds of funding we could potentially use and how. And I have to definitely recognize Kathy Sala, our
Yes.
great grant coordinator.
Yes.
She works closely with both teams, and we make sure that we are in line with all the rules and regulations and compliance. And slowly, we worked out how can we get it done. And
Basically, yes. So I just pretty much started with what types of programs that we can do with the mobile club. So my first thought was STEM activities, bringing STEM
Yep.
to these neighborhood community
Explain
events.
STEM for people who might not know.
So if you don't know what STEM is, STEM is it is definitely an academic progression of science experience.
Okay.
Chemistry, a little bit of
like engineering. Yeah.
All of that. That's what STEM just encompasses. So bringing that there to where our kids have an opportunity to, for example, create bubbles. Who knew you could make bubbles just out of your kitchen? Their favorite thing to do that we learned with the mobile club are the lava lamps.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
using water and oil, a little food coloring, an
Yeah.
Alka-Seltzer tablet, and there you go. You have your own personal lava lamp. So things like that. So I studied those types of things, and then where we're outside. So what type of physical things can we do? So not necessarily sports, but recreational activities that even parents didn't realize they can do with their children. So bringing back the old school kickball, playing hula hoops, but instead of just hula hooping, how about musical hula hoops? Okay, you have musical chairs. Let's do this with hula hoops.
Yeah.
Providing, different ways of them expressing themselves in art. So we actually have, art sessions with them where they're outside and maybe they're making a musical instrument with rice and plastic eggs, things like that. Another favorite thing that they loved doing that we discovered that we could do through this grant was releasing ladybugs. So introducing them to
sweet.
nature.
I love ladybugs.
That was a big deal. Yes, that was a really, really big deal. Who doesn't?
That's so cute.
I didn't even know. Having my awesome teacher that was also on board with us, that is Miss Crystal. She having that insight in all of the types of experiments and things that we can do was a really huge success with her being on our team. So that also took in place. And also she was able to tutor the kids as well. So
Yeah, 'cause
going
you
back
do
to
offer
the
tutoring
original
there,
grant.
too.
Yes,
Yep.
going back to that.
It's I would say it's kind of like an adaptation of programs that are offered in a traditional Boys and Girls Club,
like a brick and
but
mortar building.
Yes.
outside in a park.
Yeah.
And that was my next question is we have 50 parks, I think. And do you just go into our parks? Are there other places that you're working with right now?
So that was a part of the process. So Miss Alice here, she's really, really good at this. She and Miss Sala as well, they did a census and with accordance with the grant, provided the parks that I could go to and was able to provide these services to fill that gap in of where, families are not able to attend our school-based sites or clubhouses. So I rotate through that to those sites, have some really popular sites in the city of Port St. Lucie.
Yeah, what are some of the
most
parks?
Oh my God,
ones?
Whispering Pines is
I was-
number
yeah.
one.
Number one.
But we love it, and
It's
we love
such
the
an
community
active
there.
area.
Yes, yes. The parents love it. The community, they know us. So now it's like, when are you coming to Whispering Pines? They are waiting for us, which we were there last week, as a matter of fact. And of course, it was a big splash.
Well, and now there's more pickleball courts.
Yes.
There's the
Well,
the
just some
skating
misty-
area,
yeah, the skating,
the gym,
the
the
gym,
beautiful new
gym.
playground now.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, really
Which,
amazing.
by the way, that playground was also funded with CDBG funds.
I remember. Yep, I remember that.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So really exciting.
What other parks besides Whispering
McChesney
Pine?
Park. We visit Turtle
Run,
Run as
yep.
well. River Park is another big hit because that's where we get to do the fishing with the children and the parents. They're out there with the kids, and we're out there with fishing poles, and we're catching fish or crabs. I can tell you that much.
Oh, I love it.
So it's
Yes.
really exciting.
I have to say, just to add really quick, one
Yes.
thing. The Boys and Girls Club of St. Lucie County won a national award for this program.
We did.
Because of how innovative it was during a time of need and how it really expands their reach in areas where you never thought you could expand into for a fairly low cost because they use a lot of their own internal resources to plan for it, and they've got a teacher on board, and a lot of the materials that we use to set up the initial phase of it the first year, you keep on using in year 2, 3, and 4.
Yes.
So it's a really, really good small investment in a program that has a lot of reach. They won the Roxanne Spillett Award.
Twice. We
Twice.
won that
Oh,
twice,
wow.
yes.
For the-
Nationals this year.
for the
yes.
same
program.
That's
program,
awesome.
yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Now, I also see the mobile club at some of our city events.
Yes.
And I get a burger and some fries. Explain that part of it.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That is exciting. So that's a part of, again, kind of expanding and letting the city know that we are here, we are out here. We always meet new families that, I didn't know that's what the Boys and Girls Club did. So this is our way of showing them this is what we do in the club, but also you can meet us in a neighborhood near you. Now, with the food, when we have our food truck out there, this gives us an opportunity to have our teens come on the truck
Yeah.
as a part of their work readiness program.
That's awesome.
And they're able to learn about customer service, of course, cooking some of the food, taking pride and ownership in maybe becoming an entrepreneur if you're interested in that in business. And the other part is they get to use math. We also have a culinary program that we, include in our visits in the neighborhood. So they're able to, learn about measurements and how to measure foods and what happens when you mix flour and water together. And they did a little cooking this summer too. They were making what were they making? Slider burgers, I believe, and
nice.
pizza. So they get an
Awesome.
opportunity in the learning process as well to taste and eat the food. So
That's awesome.
The Boys and Girls Food Truck actually does make a really, really good burger.
Yes, we
Yeah,
do.
no, I've had them before.
Yes, we do.
I think you were at the Citizen Summit or something. I
Yeah.
remember.
The Christmas
Yes,
event.
that's where it was.
Yes.
Yep.
Hot chocolate and cookies as well.
So because the program, the CDBG program in CDBG approved areas of the city was so successful, we capitalized on that and started allowing them to continue the partnership in other aspects of city programming, like the Citizen Summit or PSL and Lights, different events,
Yes.
because at city events, certain mobile vendors or other activities can be planned and approved through the special events team.
And we just got back from Denver for the All America City Awards, and we won. We were one of the 10 cities this year.
congratulations.
But the
All-America
Boys and
City.
Girls Club
Yes.
kids, and also Rashida,
Yes,
Manuel,
they went. Yes.
They're great.
we went again. We went in 2023, and then we brought them again with us this time. And I love working with them. They're the sweetest people. And I mean, I have a soft spot in my heart for Enrique.
Yes,
I mean, he's
love him.
he's a Youth of the Year, like
Yes, he is.
twice.
Twice
So
he's won, yes.
he's gonna be somebody
Yes, he
in a few years. He already is.
Look out for him.
So obviously, this partnership is really special. Why is it so important for our residents here?
Well, I don't know. I might be a little biased, but
That's okay.
I am in my free time. I also serve as a mentor for the Youth of the Year program, which
yes.
I believe strongly in. I think that working with young adults giving them role models and examples to look up to, and sharing stories about how we got started in government work or in nonprofit work, just really gives them an opportunity to hear from lots of different people in their community. And that's really important, because when municipalities and local organizations cultivate relationships with young people, it just helps the whole,
It bridges that gap.
community in so many different ways. Because if your youth are involved, they become respectful of the community. They want to help take care of it. They want to help steward it. They may go off to study, but they might
Come back here.
Exactly.
for that.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
So I just believe so strongly in the work that Boys and Girls Club does, that I was very open to developing any kind of partnership that our leadership wanted to move forward with. And so I'm really excited and thankful that we were allowed the opportunity to do that.
Yes.
What do you think about the partnership?
I love it. I love this lady right here. And then my other, I talked about Miss Sala Bolivar. Yes, he has been a essential part as well in communicating. I'm able to communicate with him anything I need in the city as far as parks and recreation. There are a couple other people out there as well. It's such a pleasure to work with an organization that has the same insight and goals that you have. So again, it was a pleasure for me to know that she was mentoring our Youth of the Years as well. I was like, oh, I'm so excited.
That's great.
So yes, I myself, with the Mobile Club, my colleagues would let you know that I was called, this is my baby. Will's baby first, my baby second.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah,
because I really...
you're putting him through college.
Yes. Yes, I really, when they put this on my lap, I went in full force doing my researching and understanding how can we make this happen. I have sacrificed multiple, and she can account for it Saturdays, seeing me out there. So that way this could be successful, and building a team that had that same love and compassion for the Mobile Club. We have received, first of all, we've served over 5,000 kids.
I wanted to talk about the impact that it's had.
Yes, we've served, and that number is bigger. That's just the last number I remember seeing. Yes, we have had children that have attended this Mobile Club become a part of us at our school-based sites or our clubhouses. We've had parents who have applied to work for the Mobile Club. Not Mobile Club, but work for Boys and Girls Club. I'm sorry. And, have gotten hired. So the impact to the homeschooling community, that was a big eye-opener for me the very first year that we did this.
Who would have known?
It's
such a big
It's
community.
very big here.
Yes.
It's very big. And I'll have to say, another thing that makes this so special is the feedback, right? The feedback that you get from people about the impact that something like this has on them just makes you want to keep on going.
Yeah.
And
you're making a difference, and people are telling you. Yeah.
And one of the reasons why the program won the Roxanne Spillett Award twice is not just because, it's a great program, but it also has some really, really unique and innovative features. What Jalene was describing is what we are referring to as like intergenerational programming, right? So normally in a traditional Boys and Girls Club or in a camp or in a school, parents take their kids and drop them off and go to work and that's it. This is actually an opportunity where grandmothers, grandfathers, aunts, uncles, mothers, fathers, cousins, they're all coming out and doing something educational, developmental, but together.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of opportunities for that. And we're so happy that this is a really unique opportunity to do that.
Yes, yes.
When's it going to be set up next? I know we have a schedule. We post it on our social media, and you guys post it on yours. But when is the next Mobile Club?
Right
rolling
now,
along.
we're at McChesney Park, currently at this very hour, as a matter of fact. So we'll be there till this Thursday, and then we're going to start up our new school year in September. That's usually the month where we begin for the school year, and this will be on Saturdays. And you will find this on our website, Boys and Girls Club of St. Lucie County, BGC of SLC.org.
Okay.
And you will also find it on the City of Port St. Lucie website.
Yep. It's on our calendar.
It's on our calendar.
It's probably on the NSD site somewhere too. And I'm going to put this in the show notes for everyone.
Just on the calendar for right now. But when you open one calendar invite, you should get the flyer for all the different
and I think there's also a list on the bottom
Yes,
too,
Right.
yes.
of
So there's a
everything.
flyer, there's a list. We could,
There's our Facebook.
following up on this podcast, we could do some more social media posts to get
Yep.
those flyers
Yes.
out.
Yep,
Yes.
for sure.
For people, definitely, if they're
Yes.
interested. But
And I could definitely tell you, if you type a mobile club, St. Lucie County, it
In
will
Google.
pop
In
up.
Google.
In Google,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
pop right up.
for sure.
So yes,
Good
so,
SEO.
The
Yes.
best place to get the most current information is on the Boys and Girls website.
Yes.
But we do publish the events on our calendar as well.
And what I like too is it's the same time all the time.
Yes,
it's
it
11
is.
to 2.
Yes,
right?
I specifically designed it that way just because the repetition
Yep.
and being consistent, that helps the parents. So we're not changing the times or anything.
Right.
The only time there may be a different time is if we're participating in an event, and we'll post that. It's like, hey, let you guys know
Sure.
we're going to be out there. What was the Juneteenth event? Very recently in tradition,
Yeah.
we were there. So, that's the only time it would be different. Other than that, it's the same. It's the
Okay.
same.
And in the
that's
summertime,
important.
it was during the week too. But
Yes.
now when school starts, it'll be
Back on
Saturdays.
Saturdays. Yes.
Perfect.
That's really important too, because maybe one Saturday things happen.
Yes.
People can't get out there, but knowing that it's consistently there and it's there every weekend, if you miss one, you can go to the next one.
Exactly. Yes, we definitely keep the public up to date on what we're doing and what's going on. So yes,
Good. Is there anything that we missed?
I don't think so.
I just think that it's a really great program. Thank you for having us
Yes,
course,
and letting
of
us
course.
talk
Thank
about
you.
it more.
Yes.
And, anytime anybody wants to provide any feedback on the program or how much they like it, and if they would appreciate, the city or the county to expand on it in more and more places, we're always open to hearing that feedback, because a big part of the community development block grant is getting feedback from residents
Sure.
about what they like and what they don't like and what they would like us to do more
Yep.
of.
Okay.
So don't hesitate if you want to provide that feedback. Definitely email us. You can email us at cdbg at the City of Port St. Lucie.
So it's cdbg@cityofpsl.com. Okay.
Exactly.
I'll put that in the show notes,
Great.
everybody,
Yes.
because there's a lot of letters, like
It-
alphabet soup there.
I know. I love my acronyms.
I know. Everybody does. CDBG. It took me, I kept saying CBDG for years and years.
It's all right.
I want to thank you ladies both
Thank you.
for coming in. Like I said, I've wanted y'all in here for a while. I still might get Will over here.
Yes.
Sooner or later, I'm sure
Okay.
he'll
Yeah.
be here.
He'll love
Yeah.
it.
Let me know. I'll be a guest on that one too.
Okay. But it's such an important partnership that I wanted to make sure that people knew all about it.
Thank
and
you.
the impact that it's
thank you
had
so
on our kids and families
Yes.
in St. Lucie County.
They do
So,
amazing work.
Thank
Kudos.
you.
You guys are so strong here in St.
and-
Lucie County,
Yeah.
and
Thank you for thinking of us. Thank
keep
you.
it going.
Yes.
So I know you guys are ready for our 10 questions.
Uh-oh.
Or maybe not. We always
quiz.
end our podcast with our
I'm
new
prepared.
guests. Our
I didn't
new
want to
guests.
be caught off guard.
I
So
should
I
probably
prepared.
update the questions for folks we've had on before.
Yeah,
You
because we
the-
all know the questions
Right,
now.
and the mayor's on here a lot, and so I don't do that with her anymore because we did it the first time she was on. So this is just a way to get to know our guests a little personally, but not like too in depth. So we'll just go back and forth for our
Okay.
10 questions.
right.
You guys ready?
Here we go.
Alex
little
has a
quiz.
list, and Jalene's
I
like,
prepared
nope,
my questions.
But I practiced yesterday.
practice.
I'm probably like
All right, here we go. Favorite foods?
seafood.
Any seafood?
Yes. All
Awesome.
seafood.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I love like chicken or veal piccata.
Okay.
Like lemon butter with capers. It's a very Italian thing.
You
but
can't
yeah.
really go wrong with that. How about your favorite movies?
Okay, My all-time favorite movie ever is Mary Poppins.
Oh,
But
that's sweet.
more recently, because
Okay.
you got to keep up with the kids.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I love Dune.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
all right.
Dune.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm,
Yes,
definitely.
Yes, I was
I love
watching that
Dune.
when I was a kid. Yes. My favorite movies are the Fast and Furious ones. And
How
so
many are
funny.
there now? Like
10.
Oh,
Not
my
10. And I think I have another one coming. I'm not sure. So funny. I just watched Tokyo Drift of the series. That's my favorite one. Saturday. So
Lots of excitement.
yes.
so the Fast and
Adventure.
Furious movies.
Yes. Action adventure.
What about your favorite hobbies besides the mobile club?
Oh my goodness. So my favorite hobby, technically I have 3, literally.
Okay.
I crochet.
Oh.
Yes. I am a Sims 4 builder guru. Sorry, yeah. I love Sims 4, so that's another spare time. And theme parks.
Okay.
You just triggered a childhood memory.
Sims?
I
I
know.
love the Sims 4.
I'm
yes.
too old for that.
Yes.
I
What
know.
about you, Alex? Besides
So-
Sims?
I love traveling, but even just going on local little adventures. But now I love traveling with my 2 little chihuahuas.
Oh,
Seeing those adventures through their eyes.
Oh, so sweet.
Yes.
I've seen you. I met your dogs before. They're very adorable. Do you guys have any favorite singers or a band? Or a musical genre? How about that?
I would say, yeah. My musical genre is definitely gospel or Christian.
Okay.
Contemporary. Yeah. Because I have to be up to date
Going,
with the
yeah,
songs.
Yes.
that's nice.
Yes.
It's always nice to hear like something inspirational. So going back to like my Italian roots, I really like Andrea Bocelli and like
amazing.
opera music, Pavarotti, and
Yes,
that
yes.
kind of stuff. Very inspirational.
All right. Do you have a favorite book?
My childhood book is Charlotte's Web.
Oh,
I loved that one
Me too.
too.
Cannot. It's my go-to book. Even as an adult, I'm like, let me read Charlotte's Web. Just to, that's my book. Nothing. Adult is too rough. Being an adult is hard some days.
yes.
So yeah. So
I agree. What about you, Alex?
Well, professor in high school had us read this book called Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. And I have to say that, like, throughout the different decades since then, I've read it a number of times. So it's definitely my top 3.
Okay.
And it's probably the book that I've read the most times.
Well, that means it's a good one. Favorite holidays?
always the Christmas season. Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice, loving season.
It is. It's the most joyful, where the people are the most giving and caring. So
Same with you, Alex?
Well, I love coming from a political science government background. I love Independence Days.
Days?
Right, because I'm also like half Greek and half Italian,
right.
and I obviously grew up in the U.S. So all countries have different
They do.
Independence Days.
Days.
So I love hearing the history about how Independence Days came to be, and love experiencing how people celebrate them. So yeah, I love Independence Day.
Awesome.
And
Days.
Days.
Yeah.
Days.
Favorite places to visit or travel to? Well, yours is probably really long, but how about you, Jalene?
oh my goodness, I am so easy. Right now it's Orlando. So
Because there's theme parks.
There's theme parks, exactly. That just
Excitement,
the
adrenaline.
excitement. There you go, that adrenaline rush.
And Fast and the Furious.
Yes.
Now I get
You
I
get
get
it?
your
Yeah, the
tie-ins
connection.
here.
yes, yeah, and just anywhere where beaches are. So
Well, you're in a
there's
good place.
Beach, I like it.
I'm really fortunate. My dad's from Italy and my mom's from Greece, and I grew up visiting there. So, I always love going back to my roots and visiting family in Rome and Athens.
Wonderful. I hope to visit.
You have to take me with
both
you.
someday.
Anytime you guys need any tips, I definitely.
Okay, good. Do you have a favorite dessert or ice cream? That used to be ice cream, and then we changed it to dessert.
For me, I'm not really so into big elaborate desserts. A really, really, really good piece of chocolate, any chocolate.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm into chocolate.
All right. What about you?
My favorite dessert is ambrosia. If you know what that is.
I definitely know what that is.
Yes.
You're the first person to say ambrosia in 2 years of the podcast.
Yes.
Is it like marshmallows?
Yes.
It is
yes.
marshmallows,
Okay, all right.
whipped cream, and cream cheese, fruit in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that
my
sounds
favorite.
It takes me
And-
back to my grandma.
Yeah.
She used to make a
Yes,
great one.
Love ambrosia.
Yeah. Okay, we got 2 more. Favorite
more.
TV show?
Dun, dun,
Parks
dun.
and Rec.
Okay.
Parks and
perfect.
Rec, hands down. That is one show that I will just watch over and over again. I love it all.
I did not watch Parks and Rec until I worked for a city. So
Yes.
I had to.
You can't not
Yeah.
work for local government and not have known Parks and Rec.
Yeah, it's great. You have a favorite TV show?
So my favorite TV show right now, because that's where it changes, is The Sheldon Show.
Oh.
Young Sheldon, he just cracks me up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that the one
From
the
the
younger,
spinoff?
the
The young
spinoff
spinoff
of,
from,
oh my gosh.
I got the song in my head.
Why can't I remember?
I know, I can't
Big
even.
Bang Theory.
Yeah,
Yes.
Big Bang Theory,
Okay.
that's it. Yes, yes. It's a spinoff, yes. So
Okay.
yes,
And
it
well,
is
and
very
it
good.
connects with STEM and science.
True.
There you go.
All of that,
Yep.
yes, all of that.
All right, last one. Favorite color?
The color of the sky, sky blue water.
Yeah, mine is. That's probably why we get along so well because mine's like a dark forest green.
Okay.
So you know,
And you're wearing the
trees
color.
and
Your
water.
earrings are my favorite color.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, trees are really good.
Green.
So, like sky blue and forest green. Oh, nature. It all works out. Ladies, thank you again. This was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
Thank you.
And I'm going to put all the information in the show notes for our listeners and our YouTube watchers. And I think we probably might have you all on again. This was really
you.
fun.
Of course.
And yeah, good luck with the club. It's a great, great partnership that we have. And I can't wait to see what else is going to happen with it. So
Yes,
Thank you
so
for
much for
having
having
us.
us. Thank you.
thank
Keep
you.
up the good work again.
Oh my God,
We
thank
love
you
to
so
see stuff
much.
like that thrive.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.